G'day folks and welcome to another 4motion adventure. We are back up here on the north coast of New South Wales at a place called Illaroo Campsite in the Uragi National Park. We're here for one reason.
And that is to get our van to the remote village of Sandon via a 10-kilometre beach run.
We can't wait to share this with you. Come with us and let's get stuck into it.
The camping at Illaroo is about as good as it gets. In the northern campground, there are a range of sites with absolute water views and other further back into the bush, generally away from other campers. Most of the sites are grassy and large. Campfires are permitted in established fire pits, although firewood must be brought in as it cannot be collected in national parks. In the winter months, however, wood can be purchased on site. The campsite has composting toilets but no showers. Town water is now available in the campsite area, and the on-site ranger advised us they now have good Telstra phone coverage, which we can confirm works a treat. And for those with two-wheel drive, you're in luck. The campsite is also accessible to you. Now, if you want to know more about camping at Illaroo North, we have dedicated a vlog about this place in one of our other vids. Check it out when you get a chance. On this trip, however, we are up to mischief again, and this time we are looking to drive the breathtaking sands of Sandon Beach in quest for Sandon Village.
Righto folks, we're about to jump on the beach, and what we're going to do is drop our tyre pressures, which is one of the principles of sand driving. Why do we drop the tyre pressures? It's to assist the van float over the sand. Now, on the highway, we're running about 40 psi, and with the heat and friction of driving, that increases to about 43, 44. So when you drop your tyre pressures, keep that into consideration because you want to make sure you know what they are when they're cold and when they're hot. So I'll drop these down to 20, and then we're going to get on the beach. If I start struggling, I might drop them down a bit lower, but I don't generally go lower than 15 psi for normal sand driving because you can risk running this rubber off the rim. Anyway, let's get cracking.
If you've ever dreamed of an uncrowded, largely untouched piece of paradise, then keep watching. The clear waters of Sandon have been a long time coveted by those in the know. Sandon Village is located on the southern side of the Sandon River and can only be reached by travelling along the beach from Miniwater Illaroo entrance or by boat. Oh, today is a sand driving day, of course.
So we're just driving up on a really soft section here, and what I've decided to do is stay in the ruts. Another vehicle's driven up the beach before us, and that's the best way to tackle these really soft patches, particularly in a vehicle like ours. We don't want to overwork the engine. So I'm currently in second gear, traction control off, and yeah, we're cruising through no problem at all. Okay, so we're just driving along the beach and we just pulled up to get a good shot with the camera, and we happened to get the van stuck. Of course, we did this on purpose just to show you how we can get out of trouble. We're on our own, and thank goodness we've got a set of Max Tracks with us. So I'm going to show you how we like to use our Max Tracks and get out of bog situations like this. So come with me and I'll show you what's going on. First up, you'll notice that the vehicle pretty much is bogged right up to the chassis. Now I've tried driving it out. We've got the tyre pressures down to about 20 psi. We could drop them a couple of psi as well. But what I'm going to do, I'm going to get the shovel and I'm going to dig away the resistance to the front of the tyres and make a little spot for the Max Tracks to get underneath them, get a good grip. So that's the first step. get this sand out of the way. So what I'm going to do here is dig the sand away from the front of the tyre, and I'm going to dig a little trench underneath the tyre for that Maxtrax to sit there comfortably. Now we've removed all the sand that was blocking that forward momentum. I'm going to grab my handy and trusty Maxtrax and stick them under all 4 tyres. Watch this. Okay, so now that I've got all 4 Maxtrax, one under every tyre, I'm going to get back in the vehicle. I've got the contraction control is on at this stage because now I want the wheel to actually grip, so if it spins I want the brake to come on. And I'm going to wiggle my wheel a bit and I'm going to get out of this block just like that.
And although breathtaking, up yonder the beach narrows around exposed coffee rock. This point can and may become impassable within a couple of hours either side of high tide, so it is very important to check the tides before making this trip. Even at lower points of the tide, this is an area to take care around, and the rocks are constantly being covered over and re-exposed by the shifting sands, so a little planning is necessary. This steep and exciting access track leads into the fishing village of Sandon. The single lane track climbs over the rocky point through the bushland and can be rutted and muddy, but not difficult. We're here. Perched on a sandy peninsula by the Sandon River mouth, Sandon Village presents you with protected ocean on one side and river on the other. Not only does this $1 million view take your breath away, Plover Island and the sweep of beach with Broom's Head in the distance tops it off. In my opinion, some of the best remote beaches are found on the north coast of New South Wales. After soaking in the atmosphere at Sandon Village and respecting the sanctuary of the locals, it was time to point the nose of our trusty freedom machine southward bound. And if you think getting in was picturesque, wait till you see the journey back. Oh, how we love Australia. Well, what goes up must come down. When traversing steep rocky descents, it's a good idea to consider placing your van in the lowest gear possible, which in our case was first. And if required, feather the brake, which is a technique requiring you to place your foot slightly on the brake pedal to slow the vehicle down.
Well folks, what an adventure that was. Driving up this beach, 10 Ks. We had a bit of an adventure when we got stuck, all for the love of travel of course. We hope you enjoyed it, and we hope it's inspired you to perhaps get up here and check this place out for yourself. We can't rave enough about this 4motion Trakkadu all-terrain. We love every bit about it, and we're loving it more and more as we drive it more and more. Anyway, for now we're going to head back to camp. We'll probably have a dip, relax, maybe have a beer, and get ready for the next adventure, all for the love of travel.
Today is gonna be a little something more. I've got a plan in mind, a special thing in store. The light bulb inside my head says get out and play, 'cause you never feel this way. It's my lucky day, it's my lucky day, it's my lucky day, my lucky day. Don't need a pot of gold, a rabbit's foot or to be told. It's my lucky day, it's my lucky day. Slept in 'cause I don't care, and didn't make the bed. Sip coffee on my couch, what can I do instead? No work, it's only fun, 'cause it's all okay.